Hello, everybody. It's Betty from the Wayne County Public Library in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. Welcome to Snug as a Bug Story Time. How's everybody doing tonight? It's a beautiful. Hey, Mace. Hi, Sawyer. Hi, Dorothy. Beautiful fall day today, wasn't it? Hey, everybody. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Beautiful, beautiful October night. Hi, Briar, my darling. How are you? Hi, Noah. Hi, Emma. Hi, Abby. You guys are all on time. You get an award. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Eva. Hi, Everett. Hi, Levi. Hi, Kate. Hi, Kayla. Seeing all your names pop up. How's everybody doing today? We ready to read? Let's do it. Okay. Do you have your pajamas on? Do you have a blanket or a stuffed animal? I have my sloth. What do you have? Do you have your hoops in? Feeling cozy? Feeling snug as a bug? Let's get going, guys. I'm going to read you a book. Hi, Ian. Hi, Rudy. Hi, Talia. I want some ice cream. Hi, Anna. Hi, Macaulay. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Vivian. Okay, today I'm going to read you Clarence the Copy Cat. Now, look at what he's on. He's on a copying machine. And we have that at the library. And you put a paper on it, and then it makes copies for you. Okay, Clarence the Copy Cat by Patricia Lakem, and pictures by John Manders. Okay. Clarence's mother and father were the best mousers Sam's sandwich shop had ever had. Now, a mouser means that your cat is really good at catching mice, because a lot of cats are really good at catching mice. I had one cat that was not good at catching mice. A mouse would just run right across my cat's paws, and my cat wouldn't do anything. And then I had a cat that was really good and would bring us mice all the time. So Clarence's mother and father were really good mousers. They spent all their time catching mice. Clarence did not. He was a peaceful cat. He couldn't bear to harm another living creature, even if it was a mouse. His family tried to change him, but they couldn't. So Sam from the sandwich shop sent him away. He's saying, "Get out of here. If you can't catch mice, get out." And look at his little body slinking away. Alone in the world, Clarence stuck to his principles. He said, "You know what? I believe that I shouldn't hurt another living creature, so I'm just going to stick to what I believe in." He was not going to hurt mice. But everywhere he went, people wanted him to do just that. "Scram, you no-mouser!" yelled Gladys of the Forever Flower Shop. "Scat cat!" shouted Annie from the diner. "Get out of here, you lazy bum," said Tom of the old general store. They're all yelling at him. "Oh, will I ever find a real home?" Clarence wondered sadly. He searched up one street, down the other. He sniffed around parking lots and he padded along pathways. No luck. Exhausted, he collapsed in a small spot of shade. So tired from trying to find a place to belong. A man stood in the nearby doorway. "Whose cat are you?" he asked. And Clarence meowed softly, "My own. My own cat." "A stray by the looks of you," the man said. He brushed cracker crumbs from his bushy mustache. Do I need a cat?" he wondered. "I say yes, you do need a cat, Mr. Man with the bushy mustache." Clarence followed, now listen, this is one of my favorite parts. Clarence followed the man into a strange place. Hundreds of books lined the walls. What could it be? Where is he? There were tables and chairs in the middle of the room and fluffy cushions in a sun-filled window seat. A big machine whirred and lit up and spat out paper. It's a copying machine, but what kind of building is he in? What does it look like? A place where I could be sitting? A library? Welcome to the Barnstable Library, said the man. I'm Mr. Spanner. He unwrapped a wedge of cheese and he gave it to Clarence. Clarence purred a deep, satisfied purr. This place had warm spots for snoozing and so many mountains to climb, but best of all, no signs of mice. Here's the copying machine. So let's see who else is here. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Meadow. Hi, Cameron. I'm glad you're here tonight. They were just friendly people who sat and read books in this building, or they carried them in and out of the library. Clarence watched them come and go every day as he sat near the door on top of the copying machine. Soon Mr. Spanner started calling Clarence the Copy Cat. The two of them grew to depend on each other. Clarence helped Mr. Spanner find misplaced books and pencils, and he kept Mr. Spanner company when he had to work late. And Clarence was the best listener during story time. In return, Mr. Spanner kept Clarence well-fed, well-read, and well-petted. Life was good. Life was very good. Hi, Liam. Hi, Mia. He's having a good life at that library, isn't he? Maybe I need a library cat. Hi, Violet. Hi, Jacob. Until the first bitter day of winter. Everything was going well until winter. And you know what happens during winter? Mice who live outside get really cold and they need to come inside. I know this for a fact because I live in a house where every winter I have a mouse in my house. It makes me very unhappy. Clarence smelled him. Then he saw him. A mouse darted from under the copying machine. Mr. Spanner saw him too. Get that mouse, he said to Clarence. But Clarence doesn't like to kill mice, right? Clarence's heart sank. He didn't know what to do. Come on, copycat, said Mr. Spanner. Clarence didn't move. He saw Mr. Spanner whirling and twirling, creeping and crawling all over the library trying to catch that mouse. He's gone, said Mr. Spanner. Oh, thank goodness, said Clarence. Yay, now he doesn't have to worry about getting the mouse. That night, Clarence's past experiences flashed before his eyes. Because remember, when he didn't catch mice before, what did the people say to him? Get out, lazy bum. Scram, you no-mouser. Everybody was so mean to him. Scat cat. All of these mean words were echoing in his ears. This time I can't let myself get kicked out. He paced the floor, trying to think of a plan. So he rounded the corner of Mr. Spanner's desk, and he noticed the cheese container wasn't covered. Of course, said Clarence. The mouse had been after the cheese. So he bounded off the desk, and he ate every last cube and crumb of cheese. That way, he's saying, if I eat the cheese, no mice will come. It's a clever idea, right? Shoving his little cheeks with cheese. But the next afternoon, guess who showed up? The mouse showed up for story time. The children squealed. Get that mouse, Mr. Spanner cried. But Clarence didn't move from his cushion. He watched Mr. Spanner and the children whirling and twirling and creeping and crawling around the library, trying to catch that mouse. Oh, he's gone, said Mr. Spanner. Then he wagged his finger at Clarence. Mice like to eat the pages of books, you know. It's true, mice like to eat paper. So I've got to protect those books, he thinks. That night, Clarence couldn't sleep. He had to save the library books. He had to save his home. He paced the floor trying to think of another plan. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? He was near the copy machine when he saw a tiny hole. That's it, thought Clarence. I'm going to block up every cranny and crack, and no mouse will ever be able to crawl in here again. It's a brilliant idea. Oh, there's the little mouse hole. You see it? That's where they're coming in. So he's going to block up that hole, block up any little nook and cranny he sees in the library. It's a smart cat. Early the next morning, Mr. Spanner opened up the library. Hey, how did these books get everywhere? They're not where they belong. Clarence used the books to cover all the little holes. He looked at Clarence, who was perched high above. Clarence couldn't explain it, and he couldn't stop Mr. Spanner from removing all the books from the holes. So he put all the books all on the floor of the library near all the holes where the mouse could come in. But Mr. Spanner's got to put the books back on the shelves. Later that day, Mr. Spanner had just lifted the lid of the copy machine when he began to shout, "He's back! Copycat, get him!" The mouse darted behind the library cart. That's where we keep the books. Clarence didn't move. Books flew as Mr. Spanner grabbed the broom. Mr. Spanner twirled. Papers swirled. Mr. Spanner crept, and he began to lower the broom. Oh, there he is. There he is. And Mr. Spanner has got the broom. He wants to get him. Clarence is not going to be mean to a mouse. But he's got to do something. Stop! Clarence yelled, and without a plan, he jumped and he soared through the air. Mr. Spanner whirled across the room. Whomp! They collided. Splunk! Clarence landed with a big, fat belly flop right on the copy machine glass. There he is. He tried to get up, but suddenly lights began flashing, because that's what happens on a copy machine. You put your paper on it, and the lights are flashing underneath and making a copy of it, and then it spits out the paper. Lights were flashing. Clarence was blinded by them. They went back and forth beneath him. Paper flew out of the machine. 1 sheet, 2 sheets, 3 sheets, 4 sheets, 5 sheets. Oh, he's gone, said Mr. Spanner. He picked up Clarence. Oh, I'm going. I know I have to go, said Clarence, because I didn't get the mouse. Mr. Spanner patted him on the head. Clarence looked up. Hey, he's not mad. Clarence wasn't being kicked out. He was patting him on the head. But he didn't get rid of the mouse. I wonder why he's not mad. But what happened to the mouse? Thought Clarence. Clarence peeked onto the copy machine. He jumped when he saw it was staring back at him. It wasn't a mouse. It was a huge black cat with bulging eyes, an enormous tummy, and whiskers that stuck out like arrows. It was Clarence. Well, not really Clarence, but it was a copy of Clarence, because remember when he jumped on the copying machine, he made a face like this. Ah! It was a large copy of Clarence, and it was the scariest cat Clarence had ever seen. It must have been the scariest cat the mouse had ever seen, too, because that mouse didn't come back ever. Let's look at that picture again. So that's him when he landed right on that copying machine, and remember, it made copies back and forth, back and forth. Ah! The mouse didn't come back because he got so scared by that picture. Many Saturdays later, after another wonderful story time, Clarence and Mr. Spanner sat nestled together on the window seat, and they soaked up the last rays of sunlight as they ate their cheese and crackers. I knew I needed a cat like you, said Mr. Spanner. And Clarence the Copy Cat knew it too. Look how cozy they are in the library. The end. I love that story. It's so clever. He didn't want to he didn't want to hunt the mouse, and he didn't want to kill them, but he had to do something. So he thought of, oh, I'll eat the cheese. I'll cover up all the holes. The mouse still kept coming in. But what did it? When he landed on that coffee machine on accident, he didn't mean to do it. And then that picture went sliding underneath the coffee machine. And the mouse comes out and he sees that picture and goes, ah! And he never comes back again. Brilliant, brilliant. So, did you like that story on this cozy night? Hello, Andrea Anderson. So, that is the story by Patricia Lakin. Good story, good pictures. I love that little Clarence the Cat. So, let's do our goodbyes. But first, let me tell you, if you're home tomorrow at 9:30, you're going to see me again because we're doing a program right here called Eating the Alphabet One Letter at a Time. And tomorrow we're on letter D, right, Rudy and Talia? You're watching. And we are going to make a snack that starts with the letter D. So if you're going to join me tomorrow, think about what snack I can make with the letter D. All right, let's do our goodbyes. You ready? Put our hands together. We're going to touch our heads where our beautiful brains are. And our brains are going crazy because we're doing so much reading. Ready? I am smart. I am loved. I am wonderful. Are you saying it with me? You are smart. You are loved. You are so wonderful. I will see you next Sunday for Snugglesbug Story Time. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me.